Good morning, everybody. So my name is Kasser. I'm from NUIG Galway. Uh, Before I explain about the Semantic engine, let me explain where the Semantic engine fits in the I3 market cluster or the ecosystem. So basically, the Semantic engine is used to be like for processing the data, like which is metadata about the different data assets. And here are the high level interaction and the functionality. I mean, in the I3 market, there are there are two data assets. There are two kind of, person like one is a provider and other one is consumer. So in the I3 market backplane, we have Semantic engine integrated with the backplane API, and in from the provider perspective, someone can search, create the offering, can register the offering, and can update the offering and can delete the offering. And for the consumer perspective, I mean, someone can search and discover the different offerings that are basically within the I3 market and cluster or the ecosystem. And here are the some of the metadata information or the template that Semantic Engine provides to register an offering. So we have a data offering, and within which basically is data offering, we have the data set, and within the data set we have distribution, and then we have access service, and then in this offering we also have the pricing model that someone can set the price, and then we also have the payment method, how someone wants to pay, and then at the end we will also have the contract parameter, how the contract parameters should be signed between consumer and the provider. uh, Here are some different kind of APIs that Semantic Engine exposed, like someone can register, update, and delete. And for the discovery purposes, we have a different kind of API, like someone can be search based on the category, offering ID, provider ID. Someone can search the list of categories, and someone can search the list of providers and the list of offerings. And someone can also download the offering template when someone has to complete the offering. So this was the small presentation, and then let me go towards the demo. So here is some common services that we are exposing through the SDK generate SDK. And here you can see, like, I mean, someone can delete the offering, can register the offering, and where someone can have register itself as a data provider and can search the offering based on the offering ID or the of a provider ID. So if I had to register, if I am a data provider, if I had to register myself as a data provider, what I can do is like, I and let's say five, five, um, so this endpoint will allow us to register us as a data provider. And when I am registered as a data provider, Then I can register my data offering. So here I here the template of the offering. I didn't fill out all those parameters, but some of them. And then here in this is provided by, I had to provide the provider ID, which basically was the provider 5. And when I click on, so we have registered a data offering with this provider. And if at some point someone is looking for that particular all the offerings that are registered by a particular data provider, then he can use his or her provider ID, and then we should be able to receive the offering that he or she has registered. This one you can see. So yeah. And if someone is uh, looking for the, based on the offering ID, what he has to do is like he should have the offering ID which he received from, so basically the provider ID will fetch all the offerings that are registered by a particular provider, and the offering ID is used for a particular offering that if someone is interested into find a specific offering, and then he should be able to retrieve that particular offering here. And then if someone is trying to, let's say, delete, I will not delete, but we also, these are the different kind of API that we are exposing through the SDK reference implementation, but we also have implemented more APIs, like if someone is looking for the list of providers, so he should be able to list the providers in the marketplace. So we have this one. So if I use this one, let's say, I think this one, oh, we have different, we have often listed by provider, this particular provider. And then we can also list the offerings. How many offerings are there in the item market? And we have 5 and 1 offerings. And then if I wanna delete an offering, so I have to provide the offering ID here, which basically I can get from, let's say, here using, I can let's say I remove this one, so I can remove this offering. So this offering is gone, and if I try to find this offering based on the offering ID, I should not be able to see because this offering is deleted, you can see. And other APIs, this category basically is distributed. I mean, research based on the distribution, but unfortunately today, I did check that the API that it communicate internally with the distributed storage is not working. So that's why I think we will not be able to take the categories from different endpoints. So yeah, that's all what we have at the moment.